This is TKaraoke running on the Amazon Fire second generation. This device supports 4K, but you see how Amazon, even the second generation, it claims to support 4K. It actually runs and display at 1080p, and only when the app requests 4K, then it will display in 4K. So you can see here, it's actually on the main screen here, it's 1080p. And if you go to settings, which I'll come back out here, go to settings and display, you will see that let's see, go down to display, say resolution. You see that there's no way to force it to run in 4K resolution. It's a auto scale and it's an auto up to 4K, or you can pick a resolution lower than that, but you cannot pick 4K. It will automatically switch to 4K when it needed to, and we can confirm that by seeing here that on the main screen it is show the display here. It is actually 1080p, okay? But in TKaraoke, starting with build 10 or actually build 11, it will request 4K display. So let me launch it here. In this main screen, it is still 1080p. But if you play a song and that song happened to be 4K, for example, this song, you see a brief message saying that it's optimizing for Ultra HD display, and at that time it will switch to 4K resolution. As you can see here, that is 4K resolution right there. And so when you play a song, if that song is 4K, then TKaraoke will ask the Amazon Fire device to enter 4K mode, and so it looks amazing, stunningly beautiful at 4K resolution. If I go back and pick another song, you notice it dropped down to 1080p now. I go back and pick, say, this song. This is a 1080p song, and you see that it actually will display in 1080p and not 4K. When you ask why not display everything in 4K, well, TKaraoke can do that, and actually, did code that up. So even at the main screen, it will show in 4K, and it will scale to 4K for any song, Vob song, or 1080p song, or 4K song. The only problem with that is that this device, if you scale everything to 4K, it will play 4K song fine, but it won't play 1080p with high bit rate well. It will occasionally skip frame. So that's the problem. So summary is the current device, second generation Amazon Fire TV. It cannot display, it cannot scale everything to 4K smoothly. It can only scale and it can only display in 4K if the video is 4K, then it can do that really well. But if you try to scale a 1080p to a 4K resolution, it will play, but it skip frames sometimes. So that's why I made, starting with build 11, I'll make TKaraoke will enter 4K mode automatically if the song you play is 4K. Otherwise, it will switch to 1080p mode. This main screen can be displayed in 4K, and when I do that, it actually looks very nice. But since 4K songs are not that popular, if the main screen is in 4K and you play a song, most likely it will switch to 1080p to avoid that frame skipping problem that I was talking about. Then you end up switching a lot. So I made a decision to keep the screen at 1080p, but when you play a 4K song, it will automatically switch to 4K mode. You can see that say optimizing for Ultra HD display, and it takes a second or two, and then it automatically switches to 4K. 4K song looks just amazing. Looks really nice on a 4K TV. So hopefully in the next generation, the device will be powerful enough so that I'll change the code to always run in 4K mode. But currently in the second generation, it is best to run in 1080p and only switch to 4K if the song is 4K, or if the playing song is 4K.